Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gershwin, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Necrons, as we talk about their tomb worlds. If you want a little quick explanation of what a tomb world is, please click on the link above. That's going to take you to our part 1 of the tomb worlds. If not, we're going to jump straight into actual tomb worlds that exist out in the galaxy in the 41st millennium right now. If you guys have any other suggestions for Necron topics or any topics of Warhammer 40K, don't forget to comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe because we post Warhammer 40K lore videos every single day. With that said, let's get into 40 facts about tomb worlds. In the final hours of the War in Heaven, one of its greatest battles occurred above Zapnek, the crown world of the Sarnik dynasty. There, Zapnek's royal fleet fought valiantly to repel an Eldar assault of almost incalculable size. The battle was a brief one, but no less deadly. While the surviving Eldar retreated, leaving the planet itself unharmed, its orbit was for the moment clogged with the spiraling and blockade wreckage of the once proud fleet. So soon after the battle did the sleep descend that the Necrons of Zapnek had no time to clear their skies. Thus did they enter hibernation, with their planet shielded by a spinaling shroud of wraithbone and living metal necrodermis. So would things remain until the late 41st millennium, and the return of Sarnak's dynasty's most notorious outcast, the self-styled pirate king, Thazar the Invincible, awakening on Anthenos, the tomb world to which he had been exiled, and driven by some urge he could not identify. Thazra returned to Zapnek. Finding its people deep in hibernation, he made his way into the tomb world's master program. In short order, he convinced the master program that he, Thazar the Invincible, was no dishonored noble, returned from exile, but in fact the rightful pharaoh to the dynasty. For good measure, he then ordered that his updated status be ingrammatically encoded into the minds of the tomb world's slumbering Necrons. So did the outcast of Zapnek become its ruler, and those who had banished him became his servants. Under his command, the ancient and noble crown world of this dynasty has been made over into the Reeve worlds. In the shroud of orbital wreckage surrounding the planet, Thazar has access to all the raw materials he will ever need to build a new Necron pirate fleet, the scale of which has not been seen for 60 million standard years. In the reprogrammed Necrons of this world, he has crews and captains of unfaithful loyalty. Thazar's vessels have already begun to prowl both the webways and real space, and the galaxy will surely come to rue the day he was awakened. When electromagnetic radiation storms ravaged the tomb world of Sarkon, they destroyed forever the memories engraved of every Necron interned within its stasis tombs. With its charge thus rendered mindless, the complex master program, artificial intelligence, took control of their living metal bodies. Little realizing that its own logic system had been damaged by the radiation storm, the master program observed the quiet order it had brought to Sarkon, and resolved to bring the same order to all other worlds far and wide. Searching its databases, the master program sent its mindless Necron legions of the Severed to invade Takarak, a slumbering tomb world located nearby. Takarat's defenses were swiftly overwhelmed, and the Sarkoni Emperor, for this was how the Sarkoni master program now thought of itself as its madness deepened. He erased the minds of Takarat's slumbering inhabitants and claimed their bodies for itself. As of the year 967 of the 41st millennium, another 3 tomb worlds have been overcome in this manner. The Sarkoni Emperor has begun to extend its own reach across the galaxy, even on non-Necron worlds, using mind-shackle scarabs to bring any unruly organic creature under its direct control, just like its severed servants. In ancient times, Sadon lay at the heart of the Necron tier expansion. It was from this core world Stardox 60 million standard years ago that the first Necron tier antimatter field torch ships sent out into the stars, carrying colonists beyond the boundaries of Necron tier space. Throughout the War in Heaven, the Waivers of Sidon continued to ply their trade, but instead sent expeditionary forces in search of fresh worlds to conquer. Every 33 solar weeks, another vast stasis ship would launch from the dockyards of Sidon, carrying a legion of immortals to some distant planet. When the Great Sleep ended and Sidon woke once again to full function, its rulers decided that they could best serve their final orders by continuing on their mission of conquest. Alas, unbeknownst to the Tomb World's overlord, Sidon's master program suffered corruption during the Great Sleep, and many records were destroyed or inexplicably altered. No longer are the great ships set forth on course to intersect with planetary systems. Instead, each vessel is launched on a random heading, as likely to plunge into the blazing heart of a star or into the tendril maw of a Tyranid hive fleet, as it is to result in safe planetfall. Yet, as Sidon's Necron's nobility have no need to query the master program, the fault continues to go unnoticed. Thus, for every 33 solar weeks that passes, another legion of immortal depart on their perilous journey into the unknown. The Necrons of Trakon originally awoke in the early 41st millennium, but were not to shake off their hibernation-induced disorientation for nearly 500 standard years. This proves sufficient time for the Tomb World to draw the attention of a tech priest of the neighboring Forge World of the Adeptus Mechanicus. An internal battle to regain consciousness swiftly overlaps with a series of wars against the forces of the Imperium of Man. Now the siege has finally ended, and Trakon's armies have finally cast the upstart humans from their planet, and begun the search for other tomb worlds of their dynasty. Alas, they have been unable to make contact with even a single one, and must now assume that the records of old no longer match the reality of the present-day galaxy. In this, they are at best only somewhat correct. The missing tomb worlds were actually engulfed and destroyed by a warp storm thousands of standard years before Trakon ever emerged from the Great Sleep. Ignorant to this fact, the nobles of Trakon continue their hopeless search to this day. The Necron nobles of the tomb world of Xantagora have but one overriding goal. Their aim is apotheosis, the undoing of the biotransference curse of soullessness, by transferring their consciousness into the organic bodies of other sentient beings. Their belief that such a thing is possible is rooted both in the final command of the Silent King and in prophecies made at the time of the Great Sleep. These, while predicting that apotheosis would come to pass, lack much in the way of details, and it has ever been unclear whether the Necrons need to take over other organic bodies or clone new ones drawn from original Necron tier genetic material for their eternal minds to re-inhabit. To this end, the legions and fleets of Xantagora scour the galaxy for fresh subjects, following strict search patterns, lest they somehow miss a world whose inhabitants hold the key to their transformation. Hundreds of thousands of such samples, both living and dead, are taken from every inhabited planet in the search pattern. Sealed in stasis sleep, these individuals are conveyed back to Xantagora to feed the never-ending series of autopsies, gene splicing, tissue mutation, and molecular deconstruction that typifies the Necron quest for apotheosis. Progress has proven slow, and every step is marked in the blood of the lesser species. The Necron nobles of the Necathist dynasty ever have the talent for deception, and their crown world, Mobius, the Twisted Catacomb, stands as an enduring testament to the devious mindset. The extra-dimensional hyperspace corridor connecting Mobius's countless crypts take the form of an ever-shaping maze, ensuring that no journey through the catacombs is ever the same twice, as at least one Deathwatch kill team has found out to its cost. And those were 40 facts about the Tomb Worlds. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below. Let me know what other types of Necron lore you guys would like us to create a video for. Just simply put suggestion followed by whatever your request may be. And again, guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and sharing. Because of you, we can continue to put out these types of videos. If you guys want to support us a little bit more, jump on over to Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos for you guys. If you can't, simply by liking, commenting, and sharing this on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you choose to use, it really helps out the channel. With that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.